Thank you, guys. So look, I don't know if you can all tell from where you're sitting, but I am white. Yeah, I know. The thing is, white as I am, I do still enjoy like like the rap music, hip hop, what have you. But the thing is, like, I'm one of those people, I like to sing along to music in my head when I'm listening. And the thing is, like, a lot of these guys, they use a word that I'm just, I'm not allowed to say, when there are people around. I can't do that. So what I've started doing, and you can try this yourself, is I'll just substitute that word for something else. Like the word I've chosen to use is fella. For instance, yo, straight outta Compton, here's a young fella named Ice Cube in a group called Fellas with Attitude. Or, if you prefer, say DMX. Fellas wanna lie, what? Fellas wanna try, what? Fellas wonder why? Fellas gotta die. Rough Riders. Yeah. And yeah, okay, admittedly it does take a bit of the edge off. But I do think it makes it a little friendlier, which is nice. And also keeps me from getting my ass kicked by a stranger, which is really the whole point. But an interesting footnote to that, though, is that I had a coworker of mine come out to see me one time, and I was telling that joke, and he liked it. And so he told it to some of the other people that I work with, and it made its way around to the point that my boss came up to me one night and said, and I quote, "We've got a bunch of fellas in the back room." And I was like, whoa, no, like that's not, I clearly missed the point entirely. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to sing along to Jay-Z without getting punched in the face. I'm not trying to give white people away to say it without saying it, like with a wink and a nod. And I was definitely not trying to create a new slur. I can't think of a worse legacy to leave. But hey, speaking of rap music, my grandmother's having a birthday, or had a birthday recently. Yeah, not all the transitions are perfect. No, she's 87 now. She's 87 years old. And so we all got together to wish her happy birthday, because, she's getting up there. And so we got together, and we're all talking, like, as a family, and we're all telling stories. And my mother starts telling this story about her cat. And we get into it, and I realize she's not so much telling a story about her funny thing her cat did this one time, so much as the funny way her cat was laying down this one time. Like, she's describing a photograph at this point. And I was looking around at the rest of my family. I was like, because I thought I couldn't be the only one not into this story. And I was. They were all like leaning into it. Like, oh, what was his other arm doing? Like, and I realized, guys, I'm a dog person, okay? I am. I've made my peace with that. But the thing is, I grew up in a family full of cat people, all right? So, yeah, I kind of think maybe I do know what it's like growing up gay. Just a little. Because like everybody in your life is telling me how great this thing is, and you're just like, man, it's not for me. That's not, I don't like it. Like, no, but look at him, he's jumping up on the counter. He's like, yeah, he's not supposed to do that. Like, should spray him with water or something. That's not okay. Oh, it's just what he likes to do. It's like, he's not your asshole roommate. He's a cat. You're people. Just get him. I don't get it. I don't. What else I don't get is people that talk about their pets like they're children. I don't understand that. Because it's not. Kids are so much more work. They are. Like, okay, a friend of mine this past Mother's Day said, hey, well, I'm a dog mom. It's like, yeah, okay, well, when Roscoe sends you a card, then I'll take you to brunch and get you a mimosa. But for now, let's calm down. Also, nobody's ever gotten this email from a friend. Like, hey, you know what? A coworker of mine just had triplets, but she's only keeping one of them. So, bring to a good home. It's not the same. It's not. Kids are so much more work. They are. But what I don't understand is, there are a lot of people out there that just hate kids, like, on spec. Like, there's like, I hate kids. Fuck kids. They see them walk in the room, they're like, oh, fucking kids. That's not fair. I mean, kids are like any other demographic of people. Most of them are okay. There are some assholes, all right? The problem with kids, you're not allowed to call them on being an asshole. Like, why is that? Like, people get mad at you. They're like, oh, it's not your kid. You can't, like, why do I have to be related to somebody Just don't quit to being such a douchebag. You know, like why is that important? You've all been there. You're like at the checkout. You're at the grocery store. You're like, that guy's a dick. He's 5. Still, you know, like even for 5, that is shitty behavior. That is not okay. And nobody's immune. I mean, my own niece, who I love now, like, no, right up until about 3, she was a real cunt. I'm sorry, but no, she was awful. It's so fucked up to say, because like her mom's right over there. But no, she knows. She was there. Like, I mean, this kid, like, I still remember the very first Christmas after she was born. Going home to see her. I was so excited because like there's a new baby. Then I get back and my friends are all like, hey, how was the baby? Kind of a bitch. Dude, she's a baby. Yeah, a shitty baby. Which again, I'm just judging her against like the average baby who, to my knowledge, do not freak out and cry when you make eye contact with them from across the room. Most babies, you just look at them, they just look back at you without like half surprise, like, no, because they can't hold their head up. But no, this one, she's like an old prison guard. She's like, don't you eyeball me. Like, what? She was the worst. No, I mean, she's fine now. I mean, she's getting older. She's taking dance lessons. She's going to be joining Brownies soon, which is great, because I'll finally have an in. For cookies! For cookies! I love Girl Scout cookies. I do. And the sad thing is, none of them came to my house this year. None. So what do? It puts me in a weird situation, because now I gotta seek out a Girl Scout. And that's not a good look for me. I can't be walking up to strangers like, hey, do you have a daughter like between 5 and 17, anywhere in there? No, instead I'm just like driving my car all slow through the suburbs. Looking for anything in a green skirt. Like, I don't know, I'm just lucky I don't drive a van, I guess. Do you think van drivers realize like how negatively the perception of them has shifted in the past, I don't know, 20, 30 years? It used to be you buy a van, it's great, you know, you just airbrush a dragon on the side of it, throw a mattress in the back. Go to meet that special lady at an outdoor rock festival or something. But now, every time you see a van on the highway, at least part of you is kind of wondering, like, is that guy headed to or from an Amber Alert? Like, where? Should I call somebody? I don't know, speaking of kids, I was watching a TV early today, and I ended up catching like a mini marathon of really one of my favorite shows as a kid. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, yeah, we're familiar. But not like when I was 9 years old, that show was it for me. Like I would race home to see it. I was so excited, you know, Teenage Mutant. I loved it, but I was 9. Like I'm an adult now, and I'm watching it, and certain things start to like poke out at me. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And it's not even the things you think. It's not like how come a brain without a body still had a face on it. You know, it's not. It's not even like how come when the turtles got bigger, their arms and legs grew at disproportionate rates to the rest of their body. Because like even a giant turtle can't do kung fu. You just be like. No, it really. I was watching it, and it just struck me, and I'll put it to you. Why did they wear masks? Yeah, it's a giant turtle. What are they hiding? They didn't have day jobs at like Kinko's and Target. Like, what the hell are they doing? I'm just gonna see a 6-foot turtle ninja kick a rhinoceros in the face and be like, yo, I think I know that dude. Yeah, no, I mean, he sold me a latte the other day. I swear it's the same dude. I mean, his name was Donatello. I don't know. I mean, I can't be sure, obviously, because of the mask. I mean, that could be any turtle, right? Thank you so much, guys. That's it for me.